Hello, welcome back. Let's Supreme Ghost T2X. Hope you guys are doing well today. We are playing mission 11, the Grand Hotel, which is definitely one of the very best missions in this campaign. Now, since last time, my channel actually hit 1,000 subscribers. So it happened literally a few hours excuse me, after I stopped recording Kidnap. So I didn't get a chance to announce it then. So I just want to say thank you guys for showing an interest in my channel. Appreciate that. And let's go for 100,000. Should that be the next milestone? So yeah, all I can really say is I have deep gratitude for you guys supporting me and for wanting to watch such a... It's a very, very narrow, like a niche channel. I mean, I'm only playing Thief, which is a game from the late 90s, and I'm primarily playing fan missions, and I'm playing with a super weird and time-consuming playstyle. So I never imagined that there would be that many people interested in watching this. So hopefully that means you guys are enjoying what I'm doing, and I do enjoy the feedback that you guys gave me on the suggestions for future missions that I requested on the Kidnap video. I've gotten a few suggestions that have been suggested by multiple people, so those are more likely that I'll do. And some of those were a little surprising, and a few were missions I hadn't heard of, really. And a couple were one of the classics, or some of the classics. So we'll see what the future brings. But now, let's continue this great campaign. And we're going to watch the briefing. There's actually 2 videos ahead of the Grand Hotel, so let's watch those. A cutscene and then a briefing.
Malak. My cousin has become a mechanist servant. He is some kind of slave now?
I am afraid he has become far worse than a mere slave, Zaya. Come. I will show you. This is the fate of all who would resist Truett. He is an evil man, Zaya. I cannot stop him. But you are destined to rid the city of this abomination. I have foreseen it.
I must save Kadar, now that I know where he is. I can bring him here and we can remove the servant mask.
Yes, bring Kadar here. The mask means death for most, but with your skill, there may yet be a way to save him.
If there's even a chance, I have to try.
Then you must seek your revenge on Truett. He must pay for this evil.
Let's help Kadar first. We can deal with Truett later. Turns out that the book of maps I stole from the museum will come in handy after all. It had an old blueprint of the Grand Hotel where Kadar is being kept. Apparently the building is very old, but well maintained and considered a historical landmark of sorts. These days, it's owned by several of the city's richest citizens, including the illustrious Sheriff Truett. From what I hear, he's probably the least dangerous of all the investors, mainly crime lords and higher-ups on the Mechanists' VIP list. Now that he's in a position of power, Truett's playing with the big boys. I'll have to get inside and see if there are records for the servants in the hotel. The hotel seems to use a lot of them, and they all look the same. My only hope of locating Kadar is to find a record of when each servant was brought to the property, or interrogating someone who knows. The lobby is protected by 2 cameras, but it shouldn't be hard to find the disarm code lying around somewhere. After all, it's a hotel, not a bank. Once I find Kadar, I'll probably have to incapacitate him briefly until I can get him out. I anticipate that being the biggest problem, seeing how heavy he's probably going to be. Moloch has given me another piece of elemental crystal, so anyone who gets in my way will find themselves on the wrong end of an arrow. I've come so far. Kadar, you will be free soon.
All right. So, the perimeter of the hotel is patrolled regularly. Your first goal is to find a way past the guards and break in. Kadar is being held inside, but you're not sure where. Find out. You have to get Kadar out of there alive. If what Moloch tells you is true, he may not be able to leave on his own accord. Find a way to incapacitate him and carry him out with you. So that here explicitly says to knock him out, or use a gas arrow. That would include incapacitating somebody. If it weren't for the type of filthy rich scum who stay in places like these, there would be no need for turning innocents into mindless servants. While at the hotel, make sure you rob the rich scum of at least 1,500 loot. So that is basically what we have to do. We have to get loot and get Kadar and get out. We have to find out where Kadar is first. So this is a great mission, as I said, introductory. This is a very difficult mission, though. And what makes this mission different, I would say, is that pretty much the entire mission is difficult. There are hardly any breaks. Like, from the first second you can get caught. I would say that probably the basement, the end of the mission, is the easiest, but it's also the smallest. The 2 main floors of the hotel are very challenging, especially the first one. Now, we can't Supreme Ghost this mission. We have to take, I believe it is 3 first alerts, and we have to skip 1 piece of loot. But I have been able to vastly improve on my run from when this campaign was released back in 2005. So I'm happy to announce that, at least, so we can get several pieces of loot more than I used to be able to. And a couple of them involve some pretty difficult moves, but yeah, let's talk about those when we get to them. Uh, so we have a note that we're going to read to begin with about the elemental catalyst. Not going to buy anything, of course. And I did get information. I think I requested what the locust hives were used for. Marbleman informed me in one of the comments that their primary use is to get rid of bodies that are too big for Zaya to pick up. Some of the large, heavy-set, there's a heavy-set woman and man dude models. And Zaya can't pick those up, so not to get detected from those laying around, you can use a locust hive to devour the corpse then, or the body. Now, if we look at the goals here, sorry, my voice is a little bit off today, so I'm munching on a cough drop. Hopefully that isn't too distracting. Here it says only carry Kadar out and drop him. It doesn't say to actually knock him out. The initial objective said to incapacitate him. So usually it wouldn't have to say that, because carrying somebody would imply heavily that you are needing to black tag him. So we'll do that first, of course. Now let's go through the map here. There's 3 floors, including the basement. We start in the north, right outside the lobby. There are cameras, like one camera, staring straight at us as we start the mission here. So we are going to spend a little bit of time outside. There are a couple of doors that we're going to use, but not enter via. We have to use those doors to get into a partial area of the hotel, but we can't proceed, so we have to go back outside and find a different way in. And that is the case for the front doors. There's an entry here. There is another entry over here with a guard right outside of it. That we can't use. He detects that. The gardens is pretty empty. There's at least one, I think 2 iron beasts that patrol here. And there's a third entrance on the left. Over here. A 4th entry is in this area. And then the 5th one is down in the southeast. This entrance we're also going to go through to get loot, but then leave. And we're actually going to enter the hotel from the roof. Not all of the interior here is shown yet. It'll be, more detail will be added as you are exploring the different parts of the floors. But the first floor, which you see now, is the most difficult, especially surrounding the lobby. And there are several keys in the lobby area that we have to get, 3 of them. So that's going to be difficult. There's a security office right here that you can see written. It's a little bit vague, but you can read it. Is that the manager's office, it says. We'll get the names of the manager and the assistant in not too long. There's a ballroom right here. And these are... yeah, these 2 are stairs up. These 2 are stairs down to the basement. So there are 2 ways you can get back to the basement. These are also stairs upstairs. So they're the 2nd floor. There's a restaurant here in the northeast. And there's a gambling area and a bar just south of that. And then there are some suites. There's a library here, but there are 2 suites on this floor. This floor is not really for customers. It's more for amenities or dining, reception, those kind of things. Recreational areas. There are a few secrets that are useful, secret passages that we can take through the mission. But primarily, we are limited a little bit to begin with getting certain keys that are used elsewhere. There are 3 keys here in the lobby that we're going to need. Go to the 2nd floor. There's a further 4 entrances, I believe, on the 2nd floor. So from the outside directly to the 2nd floor, you can enter the storeroom here in the northwest. There are 2 entrances from the roof that takes you here. The floor plan is not complete here, pretty incomplete, to be honest with you. But the second floor is mainly all the rooms and a few more of the suites, or one main suite up here. You can enter via that suite as well, so that's the last entrance. There's a total of 9 entrances from the outside into the hotel. That's great. That just makes for a very non-linear start. So the path you take throughout the mission is like the sky's the limit to how many different ways you can approach this, which is great. It just makes for a very, very good mission. Now, it's going to be pretty obvious right away that this mission is heavily based and inspired by First City Bank and Trust, which is not a bad mission to be inspired by, because that's a very good one. I would say this is probably on par with that mission. It's that good. It's very, very high up there. Upstairs, we have an accounting office right here. That's an important place because we have to pick up a note there. And there's also a key from a captain that patrols here, involved in a conversation that we're also going to steal. So I'm going to go upstairs first, actually, and get those 2, and then go down again. But then the keys we get downstairs, we have to use upstairs. So we have to go a little bit up and down. I'm going to try not to cover the same territory too many times, but I am forced a few times to do that. So yeah, for Ghost, you can perfect thief this mission. And for Ghost, it's a lot easier because you can turn off the security cameras. You can't do that for Supreme, so that's going to be a big problem for us. Okay, let's start. Let's save. Here. So you can get spotted here right away through these gates. Now this is a pickable lock that operates not the camera. That would be silly. But the lights right behind here. We have to be a little bit quick. I have to close just the left gate. There. If I didn't snag on the right side there, but there. Here we're safe. So you have to sort of open one gate. So shut it and stop one of them from shutting. Then you can move out here. There are 2 guards here. At least there's usually 2 guards. Okay. Let us read Malak's note first. Zaya, I have bestowed upon you the final piece of crystal in my possession. For now, being too old and having no use for it, I believe it shall be wielded with a great power in your hands. This shard will take the noxious gas of the natural land and will turn it into the volatile fumes of the maw's underbelly. Harmless by itself, the air contained within your arrow crystals will ignite near any open flame, raining down the fire of the woodsy lord upon all within its wake. Malak. So this is definitely an attack, a power-dealing weapon. So it's not something that is very concealing. So it's something that will obviously attract attention. I actually haven't tried it in playtesting because obviously I wasn't going to use it. But I guess we can try it and see what happens. Okay, there should be a second guard here. He hasn't triggered yet. I'm not sure why that isn't. Let's see. So this camera pans pretty quickly here. These doors are pickable. All the front doors are. But there is a key for it. So we're going to move this way. So we are now moving east. So we're going to move around the east side and show you a few things there first. So yeah, all the front entrance doors are pickable, but they respond to the front entrance key. So I'm not going to pick those open. I'm instead just going to use the key. There are 2 copies of the key. And the one on the east side here is easiest to take, so I'm going to go for that first. There are a total of 3 Iron Beasts that patrol the front, or the outside, 1 on the east side. This guy has a key. 1 copy of the entrance key.
Someone there.
Remember him being very jumpy.
Is anyone there?
Man.
I guess it was nothing.
Oh man. So sometimes they don't give first alerts when they actually are stationary. Guards that patrol don't always do that.
Here, maybe I should start hiring from the Servants Guild.
Actually, I'm gonna leave that open because I want to hear. You can, any door where there's windows, they act as if, or enemies treat those as if there are no doors there. They can see straight through them. I guess the engine can handle them only seeing through part of a surface. That is considered an item. So yeah, we took the first pickpocket there. I thought I heard an Iron Beast. We're gonna have to go in here, the public lavatory, not in here, but into this area. So we are now just east of Roland's Dining. There are 2 gold plates that we can only take coming from this direction, but we can't proceed past that point. I always show you guys all the items. Here's the water arrow. Nice little fountain here you can turn on. And in here is another water arrow. So yeah, I wanted to keep those doors open so I could hear potential alerts. There are quite a few doors in this mission that are transparent.
It's so hard to find good help around here. Maybe I should start hiring from the Servants Guild.
I'm gonna head in here. Read that first. The day has come at last. The desert storm is here. Keep both feet on the ground and hold on to your hat, so you will be blown away. This fantastic and once-in-a-lifetime only event will be held tomorrow at 2 bells after noon in the Lounge of Splendors. Among the many important and sophisticated people in attendance will be Sheriff Gorman Truitt himself. This is an offer that you will miss at your peril. Damon Armani, Assistant Manager. Okay, so that's an important name. P.S. This last comment should not be taken literally. No one will actually be put at risk by not attending. To be clear, there is no risk involved in missing the event, no matter what you may have heard about the tragic circumstances surrounding last year's spectacle at the Sea House. There was and is no proof that Mr. Armani did anything wrong. He is looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Dugan Finkel, Manager. So, the manager added a PS to the assistant manager's note. That is really not very good advertising. So in here,
I'm so hungry. I wish they would bring my dinner.
this woman is not turning, so she will cover. You can walk into one of the archways, but you can't pass it all the way. There's a couple over there too sitting, and the man at the far end will see you also.
I am so bored.
There.
What shall I do tonight?
I'm gonna go in and read the menu, actually.
Hello?
I thought I saw something.
Hey, you don't belong in here.
Wash the dishes.
There.
Sweep the
Build a
floor.
bee.
Because you can't really enter there from the other side either. The menu: appetizers, onion, bhaji. I'm not sure what that is. Well, I guess it's seasoned baby potatoes and butternut mushrooms basted with our chef's unique sauce. Futari, a dish of sautéed chopped greens served with spiced rice and topped with raw egg. Sunchoke confit, the Baron's favorite appetizer: fruit and berry chutney with foie gras potato croquette. Blackbrook hair strips, braised Blackbrook rabbit ragu with smoked cheese and brown ale sauce, or ale, is it ale sauce? Available while supplies last. Frito misto, calamari, prawns, cod, winter squash, and fennel. That actually sounds pretty good. Soups and salads: sunny port salad and field greens with shiitake mushroom, asparagus, imported Syriac sprouts, yellow pear, and Roma tomato. Choice of garlic vinaigrette or creamy sesame soy. Green papaya walnut salad with grilled spice foie gras. Mild chili cilantro vinaigrette. Crispy Dayport bay oyster and baby spinach salad with croutons, bacon bits, grated egg, and a warm pancetta vinaigrette. Is it pancetta? Pancetta vinaigrette, I think it is. Braised veal osso buco with saffron risotto and lemon gremolata. I don't know what that is. If anyone any chefs out there, any with culinary experience, enlighten me on a few things that I don't know what is. I could have looked it up, I guess. And pancetta, not sure what that is either, but I think that's how you pronounce it. Entrees: roasted spiced burrick with mushroom and eggplant fritter. Classic from the ancient chefs of Carthin. Spiced lamb T-bone with gigandi, gigantic, is that what it means? Beans, Swiss chard, almonds, and dried apricots. Purchased fresh from Stone Market each morning. Braised veal osso buco with saffron risotto and lemon gremolata. Okay, we just had that. Peppered honey cured smoke Eastport salmon with taro pie on fennel orange salad. Green tea lemongrass mousseline. Man, there's a lot of terms here that I feel like I'm not even remotely culinary enough to read this. Grilled bone herb chili, marinated quail with tomato, cucumber, ogo salad, and papaya. Roasted star anise squab with saffron couscous and crispy foie gras. Madeira shiso mustard, recommended from the eastern forest. Sautéed herb marinated Thai snapper on tomato basil polenta with garlic soy lemon. Grilled ahi steak on risotto patty and crispy smoked shiso shrimp. Fine herb tomato garlic butter. Desserts: honey parfait with tangerine granita on a tuile cup. Tuile cup? So many terms on menus like this are French, so I should know how to pronounce them. So if it's French, I think it's tuile. Warm apple and cranberry crisp with nutmeg creme anglaise and caramel. Spiced ginger cake with a warm quince and dried cherry compote. Man, compoti. Is that how you pronounce it? Soka's warm chocolate cake with chantilly creme. Select cheese and fruit with grilled crusty bread. Recommended wines and beers: Polliner's Salvator, Red Hook Bass Ale, Dayport Rodenbach Aged Red Ale, Blanche de Bruges Wheat Beer, unfiltered.
Is this a thing?
Man, I feel like I butchered so much of that. But anyway, I tried my best.
It's so hard to find good help around here. Maybe I should start hiring
Anyway,
from the servants
we
guild.
took 2 gold plates worth 100. So yeah, you have to take that from the outside.
I'm so hungry. I
Supreme.
wish they would bring my dinner.
Our city's a pigsty. Look at this place. Letting birds run around freely.
Hey ho, no good.
What's that noise?
He heard that. Okay.
Oh, it's so dropped in here.
Someone's sneaking about.
Where he's stationed there is pretty much the only place he can't be stationed when we leave. There. Okay. So I'm not going to move further east here. Things there I'm going to show you from a different location. Oh yeah. One thing I want to show you is there's a grate here that you can vine arrow up, but he alerts to the vine hitting the grate. And if you hit it too hard, there's a sleeping noble in, I think it's Suite 3, that wakes up and comes out. But even if you pull the drawstring loose, you will alert this guard. So that's not a viable option to enter from this area at least. So that door over there was also pickable. Showing you 2 of the 9 entrances now. I just think missions like this in the bank are perfect single building missions. A Vil Repute was also good, but that was a little bit too small to be at the same level as this. Actually, keep that open. Take this statue. So that's the other piece of loot we have to get. Let's see. So that was worth 75, total 175. Let's look in here real quick. So this is, you might recognize this from the briefing.
Okay, chamber parts brown.
There. So here we have the main lobby. Okay, there are several items here that we need, but this is a very, very brightly lit room. There's no light switch, and we can't turn off the lights for Supreme anyway. There are 2 watchers, there's a clerk, and there is a patrolling guard that goes into the back room and comes around again. There's obviously 2 turrets that can be activated from the watchers. And yeah, marble floor, or tiled floor, which is very intimidating to say the least. So there's absolutely no way we can enter this room, at least not beyond the doorway here. Now there is a piece of loot here. You can see a jar worth 50. Now for Ghost, you can turn off the security cameras in a room, and that actually makes the clerk leave to turn them back on, and while he's gone you can come in here and do what you want pretty much. So that piece of loot there, we obviously have to skip for Supreme, right? Right? Well, we actually don't. We can actually take that loot for Supreme. And what I would like you to do right now is pause the video and comment your suggestion as to how we would be able to get that piece of loot. Go ahead and do that right now. And then afterwards, you can edit your comment after I show you how, and then you can say if you were right or wrong. So just try that. Just it would be amusing to see your thoughts there. I'm going to wait for this guard to go through, though. And then I will show you how it's done. But we can get this piece of loot for Supreme. That is one of the pieces of loot I was never able to get when I ghosted it way back in the day. We can. Let's see here.
Guess I'm just sleepy.
Okay, so he saw me there. The clerk.
Wash the dishes. Sweep the floor. Don't forget to put the broom back. Catch your broom right here.
So only in the doorway here is it bright. Actually, if you go around here, you're dark as long as you stay along the wall, and that's quite interesting.
Okay, I've had it.
Go over here.
Next person
If you remember, down among dead men, we could actually use a water arrow to shoot and knock a piece of loot around to get it for Supreme, and that we're going to do here too. That's how you get it. I think we should be able to get that. I'm pretty sure we should be able to get that one. So you got to shoot it on the right side a little bit so that you knock it past that big vase you saw right there. There. Did we get an alert there? I kind of thought that we did.
Okay, one more thing to do, and then it's a good time for me.
I had a feeling that there was like a first alert from that camera. I'm not sure though.
Good time for me.
We should be able to do that.
Wash the dishes. Sweep the floor. Don't forget to put the broom back. Catch your broom right here.
These cameras are not at the very beneficial cycle here. There. Didn't get any alert there.
Tired of this place. Everybody's always looking at me.
So now I'm of course hoping that we can get that jar. I did not real save it, but I'm pretty sure we will be able to. You can lean forward and get it. So if you go to the other doorway now. Yeah, oh yeah, we'll be able to get that. There. And we can take it. We spent, or we used a water arrow, but we did not take any first alerts from that. And it's allowed to use water arrows, as long as you don't use it to douse any torches or anything like that, or get caught doing it. So we took that jar, worth 50, total 225. I was almost done playtesting the entire lobby, and I don't know. I was thinking about Down Among Dead Men, and then I thought about that trick that I did with the water arrows.
Everybody's complaining about. I like that.
Oh, okay. So now they're both walking the same direction. Because the other guy is coming along here too. There are two guards on the outside, but usually they have opposite patrol routes. I think they start out as that, but now they got locked up and they're both walking the same way. Which is okay. There. Goody goody. So that was all the loot we can take before we actually go into the Grand Hotel itself. Over here is a moss arrow among the plants. hear iron beasts. Thought it was dark here. There's a guard, and he has another copy of the entrance key. None of the keys, by the way, can be dropped back in this mission. That wasn't the case in Old Dark either, so that isn't something that New Dark brings along. So the keys that I'm going to take are the ones that I have to take for Supreme, either for objectives or loot, and since you can't return them, that's not a bust to not return the key. So this guard here is stationed outside the northwestern entrance, so this is also a pickable door, but that one you can't use because even though he doesn't hear you unlocking it, when you close it he hears it because he's right outside. So this is the second pickpocket. You can sneak up to him and take the key if you want to, but it's easier to take the other guys. Notice that here is a panel that you cannot open from this side. Here's some kind of a fountain area. Garden with a fountain in the middle. Or pool, not a fountain. And the only thing of interest in this whole area here is a moss arrow. Everything else in the northwestern area in the garden is empty. So all this. Okay, so we are actually going to enter by way of using a vine arrow way up here. Like that. There's a conveniently placed wooden beam or a ledge made of wood here. And we're going to have a little pit stop in this area first. So this is a storeroom that is in the far northwest. Now the door... That door is pickable, but it does not have an assigned key to it, so you can't relock it. So I don't like to leave doors unlocked if I don't have to, so I would want to come in this way and just get the loot that's in here. This is a nice way to go down. Now you can also see the distance here. There are two guards stationed together. They are waiting to trigger their conversation, and one of them, the guy closest to us, has a key. That's a captain that has a very important key for us, so we're gonna get that a little bit later, but you can't trigger that conversation without going through the door. Here's an EMP grenade, very good if you don't ghost, and a water arrow back here. Over on the other side we have a sleeping guard, drunk one it looks like. And there's a piece of loot. Bottle of wine. That's ultimately why I'm in here. Now here is the secret. We can take all but one secret for Supreme. So that opens the panel that I showed you. So you can drop down there. But I don't think there is a way to open it from underneath. And here is a readable as well. Security report. New Mechanist Watch units installed. Cannon units on the east wing repaired, no longer malfunctioning. 2 new additional bots units have been acquired to police the basement. The Mechanist spokesman did an inspection of existing bots and reported no malfunctions. Finkel has requested an armed guard posted outside his upstairs accounting office at all times. Interesting. The security code for the new cameras has been changed to 1737, effective tonight and good until the next inspection. Well, that is valuable. 1737. Here. So now we can just go back out and not have to worry about that door being left unlocked. That isn't a bust to Supreme to leave a door unlocked. Even if you don't have to pick it open, it's not a bust to unlock it. It's just a bust not to lock it if you can lock it. But I feel that that goes against the spirit of Supreme so much that I'm not going to do that. Up here there's a patroller, but he's not here right now, so we're going to take a hatch down to the second floor. So that's how we're going to enter the hotel right now. Okay, so now we are entering the hotel right here. So this is in the north, just west of the accounting office is right here. So we're just northwest of the accounting office right now. And we are going to then take a piece of loot, a bag of spice right here, worth a bag of goods worth 40, total 315. Let's make a real save now. So I'm not going to spend too much time upstairs at this point. Take a statue here worth 15. Okay. Here's the accounting office. There's one guard outside, but he always faces east. That's good. Now, this is a little dilemma here, because we're going to have to take our first Supreme bust. This is the door to the accounting office. Keep out. That's pickable. When we pick it open, he will alert. Now, he does have a key to the office. So, he is going to alert to us relock or closing the door. When you relock the door, when it shuts, he will alert to that. So he will take one first alert no matter what. And, no, we can't relock it. That's how it is. We can't, because this door, this key disappears. All of the keys that only has one door assigned to it in this mission, the key disappears when you unlock it. That's actually a pretty typical thing for this campaign. When you have unlocked all the doors that a key operates, the key disappears from the inventory. So I don't like that fact that the key disappears because you can't relock the doors. So what I do is I usually, if there's two doors that the key is assigned to, I relock the first one before I unlock the second one, so that the key won't disappear. And that means I can relock all the doors. But if there's only one key assigned, or one door that the key is assigned to, you can't do that. So this door is going to remain unlocked no matter what. That's not a bust. But we're going to take a first alert from this guy anyway. So we can choose, do we want to take a first alert picking the lock open, or when the door closes? I'm going to choose to pick the lock open, because that means I won't take the key here. And I feel that picking a pocket that is unnecessary would be an unnecessary pickup, because the keys can disappear anyway. Okay. I have to wait for this guy too then. So yeah, I thought about how to do this one, but you can't do it without a bust. But when he alerts to the lockpicks, he takes a long time to settle down. So he will not give a second first alerts from the door closing, because we can do what we need to do in there before he settles. And interestingly, when you unlock the door, his key will vanish.
Strange noises. I don't know what everybody's complaining about.
So that's the first Supreme
I like
bust.
that.
So I know that was a long explanation for something that is pretty simple, but I just wanted to justify why I'm picking the lock open and not taking his key. Because I feel the key would be an unnecessary pickup. Because we end up with a first alert, and we end up with an unlocked door anyway. This we have to pick open too. Stack of gold coins in there. And here's a readable. And that's ultimately why we're up here. Record of payments and debts. Seems like this is in August and September, so August 5th, 5,000. First loss, gambling all the rat races. 0 owed to hotel. August 12th, 6,000. Another grand down to blackjack. 0 owed to hotel. August 14th, 2,500. Snuck money out of Elias's safe. Keep track. 3,500 owed to hotel. August 26th, 8,500. Couldn't stay away. Lost to roulette again. 3,500 hotel debts. August 29th, 0 cleared up. 12,000 owed to hotel. Need to pay this off. So you can see that 8,500 plus 3,500 is 12,000. So this is adding up here. September 5th, 1,000. Damn poker, 12,000. Owed to hotel still. September 12th, 20,000. Oh no, lost to roulette again. 12,000 still owed. September 16th, 41,000. Lost on a double or nothing chance. Damn it. Still owed. 12,000. September 19th, 0. Owed to Overlord's Fancy. 53,000 owed to Elias. What am I going to do?
I bet this Finkel character will be more than willing to trade this for information on Kadar's whereabouts.
Okay. So this is... so how exactly do we know this is Finkel? Because it doesn't say anything about Finkel. But I guess that's him. So that's the manager. Armani was the assistant manager. So this one has a gas arrow. And here's a security note that we can read. The new code for the mech security system is 1737. Stop shutting them off at night, Finkel. If I have to track down and chop the head off one more burglar due to negligence, I'm sending it to your office. Casa Grande. Casa Grande is the captain of the guard. So he has not settled down yet. So we basically came up here for blackmail note. It's what we need when we actually meet Finkel. So we now went into the accounting office. You cannot move east here because that guard stares east and this hall here is lit up. So you can't move further east. We have to go back and we have to get the key from Casa Grande. There's a readable downstairs that talks about his key, but it's in the library, I think. So we're going to pass some of the rooms here. This is room 7. And we need a key for room 7. Listen to a conversation now.
No, you don't get it. You cut them off. Otherwise, the tappers don't talk. One toe at a time. Snip, snip. Works wonders. They'll sing in no time. See, if you just work them over a bit, they quickly realize that you have it all in the mouth. Show them that you mean business. I always mean business, and I always get people to talk. How do you think we found out who'd been stealing the silverware last spring?
By, cutting off them toes and asking the right questions?
Good boy. It only took 2, actually. Ever notice how Tomlinson developed a slight limp last spring? And Stonehall? Try mentioning this when Finkel is nearby. He gets so damn nervous if you so much as mention torture when he's around. Funniest thing you've ever seen. He even avoids the knives in the kitchen. Don't know why. Maybe he's always been a bundle of nerves. But it seems to have become worse since he began visiting the Overlord's Fancy. I wonder if he's fallen in with the wrong crowd. Look over there.
Oh man, I got caught. I did not get caught last time in there. Man, I did not know that. I would have been more careful.
No, you don't get it. You cut them off. Otherwise, the tappers don't talk. One toe at a time. Snip, snip. Works wonders. They'll sing in no time. See, if you just work them over a bit, they quickly realize that you have it all
Taking
in
a
the mouth.
goblet here
Show
and
them
some
that
kind of
you mean
medallion, I
business.
think.
I always mean business, and I always get people to talk.
Guess we have to go over to the other corner.
Who'd been stealing the silverware last spring?
By, cutting off them toes and asking the right questions?
Good boy.
Okay, maybe this
It
is
only
where I
took
was
2
last time. I
actually.
thought I was over there.
Ever notice how Tomlinson developed a slight limp last spring?
So we took a goblet worth 15 and a medallion
Try
worth
mentioning
75,
this
total
when Finkel is
470.
nearby. He gets so damn nervous if you so much as mention torture when he's around. Funniest thing you've ever seen. He even avoids the knives in the kitchen. Don't know
So
why.
they're talking about
Maybe
Finkel
he's
here.
always been a bundle of nerves.
So
But it seems to have become
probably
worse since he began visiting the Overlord's Fancy.
because of his
I wonder
debt
if he's fallen
he's a nervous wreck. And we're also going to see in Unreadable coming up that he has some health issues. Okay.
I need new either.
I saved now, at least. There's a servant over there, too. You can see him behind that statue. Gotta be a little bit careful about him. We have to steal Casagrande's, or Casagrande's key now. So that's the door to the storeroom. Right? So we saw down here. So we can steal it when he comes back here. This is a good location to do that. So we have now moved... Oh, it says we're on the first floor. We're not. We moved over here, and we're waiting at the top of the stairs. We're not going to take these stairs down right now. But we are going to go down next.
Yeah, I'm tired of this place. Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny. Huh? I'm not funny.
Security room key. I think he turns around pretty much right away here. So the guard that left, I think, is patrolling elsewhere. He's not coming back here. So we're now going to go... Still says we're on the first floor. We're going to go south and then east here over towards the ballroom. Wait, where are we now? Yeah, we are where we're supposed to be. It was a little turnaround. A lot of the hallways are a little bit similar. I'll take this space here. And then we can head downstairs here. So we've now taken 2 of the items from upstairs. Now I'm going to focus my attention on the important keys downstairs, primarily in the lobby. So we're descending right here. Oh, I thought he wants to go in the other way. Okay. I guess we can follow him. Can we? I think we can. I'm gonna check something real quick. I'm a little bit unsure of how this is gonna be. Alright, awesome. One time I played one of the people in the ballroom there was facing the other way, which means I couldn't get the piece of loot in there, which is very hard to get anyway. I think we should be able to pass him here. Thought he was turning the other way, but he's not. No, we can hide here. This is a corner that does not look dark at all, but it is. And different hallway.
Someone's sneaking about.
Oh man, didn't know he came out here. That's actually the guard from the lobby that we saw earlier. Because we're just west of the lobby right now. Okay. That is Damon Armani's office. We're going to have to go in there next. There's an Iron Beast in there. That's the room south of the lobby. So the lobby looks like it's one big room, but it's two. It's cut off right here. So we're gonna have to pick the lock here. Damon Armani, assistant manager. There. And this is a stack of silver coins. And then here is a blue emerald, looks like. And his diary. I can't believe how stiff Finkel has gotten lately. I don't know if he's drinking, gambling, or cheating on his old lady, but between his paranoia and nitpicking, I'm on pins and needles. I know that snake Jensen is angling for my job too. I have to redeem myself from that Sea House debacle last year. If Finkel doesn't mess up on my Desert Storm event with his prancing around and nail-biting, the owners will finally see that I'm fit to manage this place. Got to keep an eye on this McCrellis guy. Patty said she caught him in the public restroom again, just standing around. I noticed him loitering around there last night when I went down to the bar. I'll let Casa Grande know so we can keep someone posted down there. Why do we get all the perverts? Beautiful textures in here. This door, there is no assigned key to this door, so this we have to leave open. The emerald was worth, or I guess emeralds are green, so this is a sapphire, is it? Looks teal to me. It's worth 50, so we have 607. And we're going to have to head into that room south of the lobby. And you can get in there basically 3 different ways. There's a door on either side, and then there's a secret entrance from this room right here. All of those 3 will at least yield a first alert. If you go in through the east side, you might even get several, because the guest that we saw in the restaurant can see you. So either of these entrances will yield 1 alert. So that is going to be the second first alert. Second bust for Supreme out of 3. So the Iron Beast will see us here, so we're just going to have to rush in, really.
Is anyone there?
So now the guard, too, alerted to the Iron Beast's first alert. That we can't have. Okay, so here's a readable. We got a first alert there, but only from the Iron Beast. Remember, we want to make the best possible impression when the judges for the Desert Storm contest arrive tomorrow at noon. In addition to impeccably clean and resplendent surroundings, and our magnificent hotel certainly offers that, the sophisticated men and women of the jury will expect only the best in terms of staff behavior. So stay sharp and be ever at service. My reputation is at stake here. Pay raises for staff members are a distinct possibility if things go well. Damon Armani. It's the same notice on the other side there.
Wash the dishes. Sweep the floor. Don't forget to put the broom back.
Okay.
Your broom right here.
So now we have to get 3 keys from the lobby. And we can get 2 from this side and 1 from the other side. Ones from this side we should be able to get without any further alerts.
Stupid fish. Fat slobs. I've already fixed it once. I'm not fixing it again.
Let's save it here.
Oh, God, I gotta get some new boots. These boots are killing me. Ah.
So the watchers cannot see me over here. There. And
okay, I
was going to make this a challenge.
Next person to ask for a foot washing loses a toe. Can't take
But I
this
have another
anymore.
challenge in this very room. To read the guest book. So you can do like that. Lord Witzimon, Marie Eleonora, Archduke de Moor, Duchess Alexandra Kuronov, Lord Bafford, Madame Denier, Lord Julian Rutherford, Lord Gervasius, Lady Louisa, Lady Van Vernon, Joseph Fieldstone. The Bubblesons, Evel de Ravencourt, the Rothschilds, Frederick and Penelope, Lord Carlisle, Lord and Lady Rumford, Sir Allard McCrellis, Lady Elizabeth Rutherford, Mr. Dwight Fry, Lord Severian, Master Warrenhouse, Sir Randall Smith, Duke Woundle. Ballroom reservations, lecturers for the Culture Seminary. Lady Sharo Zant, Count Sazine, Bora Horza, Gobachul, Dr. Vassal. The Boerford Anniversary Party. Mr. Urdo, Sir John of Boerford, Mr. Oren, Mr. Caspar Orfel. The delegation from San Siro, Lord Albertini, Lord Maldini, Lord Berezi, Lord Costa Curta. The diplomatic delegation from the Ring Council, Lord Leng, Lord Afriel, Lord Cooligan, Lord Wellspring. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of references to different things here. The only one that really makes sense here to me is the delegation from San Siro. San Siro, I believe, is the home ground for AC Milan, which is an Italian soccer team or football team. I'm originally from Europe, so I should totally call it football, not soccer. I've been influenced by these Americans for so long. And I know that Albertini, Maldini, Paolo Maldini, and Franco Baresi, and Costa Curta, these were all players, Italian national players, but they also played on AC Milan, I believe. So those I remember from the 90s. Okay. So we took 2 keys. We took the Master Suites key, and we took the rooms 6 through 10 key. What's interesting is that there are actually 11 rooms. The 11th room is unlocked, open. But I don't know why the key doesn't go up to 11.
Our city's a pigsty. Look at this place. Letting birds run around freely.
I think we should be able to go through here with no more alerts. Yes. Okay, now the other key is going to be worse still, because we have to get that from the other side. Okay, we should be able to get that piece of loot.
Blessed are the forged ones, for they know no fear and are fueled by Paris.
Chamber pot duty again. This job.
There. If you lean, you get caught, but if you just walk normally, you can reach it without lighting up. So that's worth 50, total 657. That jar I also was not able to take. First time I played it 15 years ago. Probably because I leaned.
I like rats.
But that is pretty easy to take.
A little crunchy, but tastes fine to me.
Okay, so now we are going to wait for a pretty difficult move here. This lobby area is definitely the hardest place in the whole mission.
Okay,
Right here. We're gonna have to pick the lock on a box behind the counter with the lobby key. And that is, no, the office key. And that is the key to Finkel's office, and there we have to go to finish the mission. We're gonna get a first alert from the clerk doing that. And that's gonna be the third and last first alert. The third and last bus that we take for Supreme. So that can be a little bit difficult to do because you have to manage the two watchers at the same time. This. Time this watcher right here.
Chamber pot duty again. Am I just hearing things, or...
Stay right here, then he won't. That watcher won't see you. Now we can't do it because he will hear the lockpicks at this point. So we have to sort of wait for the next cycle here. A little bit too... I went a little bit too far there. So that's the method.
I swear I heard something.
Save it there, maybe. One more cycle, maybe. Now I think we have to go back. Could maybe have done it one more cycle, but let's wait. We have to wait for him to come back again to continue. I think it's just one more cycle with a flat tooth lockpick and we can do this. But yeah, that clerk gives us the first alert there, as you heard. No way to avoid that. But it's pretty good that we can do this without busting Ghost, and without turning off the cameras. Here we go. Office key. Awesome. Is that good to go? That was easier than I thought. Cool. Now, up on the canopy here is a gas arrow. And that is my ghost challenge for you guys. I want you to start here, get that gas arrow, and come back down here without busting Supreme. With no busts. So do that. Is that number 52, I think?
Someone there?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for him to pass again.
Okay, one more thing to do, and then if there is time for...
Or maybe I can go here.
I like that.
Okay, we need to go closer to the doorway there. So here you can see across to to the east.
Wash the dishes.
And into Roland's restaurant, Roland's Dining. So yeah, challenge number 52, I think that was.
What a mess.
Now we're going to leave through a secret
Clean around here.
right here. That's our second secret. We can leave through that, and that's the only way to leave, I think, without taking any first alerts. We can do that. You can see through the back of the painting. Let's see. So we can actually do this without any alerts. Let's see. You can rush around the corner and not get an alert from that Iron Beast. Promise you, you can do it. Didn't take many tries on my play testing, but you can do it. Start a little bit further back, maybe. Weird. There. Can do it because there's a slight delay to the light gem. So when you start from a dark location around the corner, then you can quickly get out before enemies see you. You can't do it the other way, because then you start from a bright location, so then they always will see you. Did we close it? Yes, we did. Here. So now we come into the room south of the lobby, north of the ballroom. See, so here's a gas arrow. Should we try to use the catalyst? Combustion arrow. Well, that sounds like it should be fiery. So it should be near an open flame, shouldn't it? There are no open flames here. What happens if we just shoot it at somebody? Okay, so it won't knock anybody out. It will probably just catch fire if it's close to a torch, and then rain down fire from the trickster himself. So it sounds like just a damage-dealing weapon, doesn't it? Okay. Move past the ballroom right now. And now we are going to loot the security office. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. So we have now moved through the ballroom. Did we close? Yeah, we did. I just wanted to see that we closed the secret entrance or exit. So we're going to have to follow him now. And I spent the longest time trying to figure out how to get past this guy. You can't sneak by him the way that I did on the west side. You can't do that. Because you'll get spotted by the Iron Beast and the people in the restaurant. And I did not think I would be able to get in here. But then, and I didn't when I played it the first time. But then I finally found this.
I like rats.
I did not know that there was shade there. So that you can use in both hallways.
Tastes fine to me.
So in here there's a piece of loot that I also did not get. Been able to improve on that run quite a lot here, and that's cool. Too bad though that we couldn't avoid skipping
Is anyone there?
all the loot. We're gonna have to wait for this guy too now.
What
Because
they're mad at me about.
we have to skip one loot still. A purse. But that one is a no-brainer. There's no way we can get that.
I am so bored. What shall I do tonight?
Chamber pot duty again. Hate this job.
This is the security room. Security office. Authorized personnel only. So here you can set the code 1737, wasn't it, to turn off the watchers? Not sure if that turns on the watchers in the entire building, but at least the ones in the front office. Okay, this has loot in it. In the chest to the left there is a moss arrow. This has 35 worth of silver coins.
What shall I do tonight?
Can't take this anymore.
I'm tired of this place.
There.
Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny. I'm not funny.
Good, this is going great so far. The lobby could be very problematic, but I got the office key on the second attempt, and the other keys I got on the first. So the worst is done here. We just have looting and cleaning up on this floor, and then the top floor as well. Great, that is worthy of a real save. Good.
What everybody's complaining about. I like rats.
Let's see, let's wait for this guy to head into that room to his left. There we go. Okay, so we are now going to cover all of the eastern and southern parts of this floor. You can't move up here on this floor. We have to come back down again through the stairs we used earlier to cover this area. But we're going to cover everything else, except for the ballroom. The ballroom we have to hit from above as well to get the piece of loot there. Yeah, we're going to head through here right now. So this is in the bar gambling area. Let's see, over here, you can see there's an iron beast out here. Here's a moss arrow. This is actually the southeastern entrance. So this is the area that I didn't show you. Right over there is the pool with the guy that we took the entrance key from. And here's a locust hive. A useless locust hive. I mean, for us it is utter useless because we don't have any bodies to get rid of anyway. Here's a cheese and a useless bottle. And there's a conversation going to happen in here. And during the conversation, we have to take a couple of pieces of loot. Or I am going to. You can get it, I think, without triggering that alert or wait until it's done, but it's much easier if you take it right now. There are 3 coin pairs here, worth 60, total 752, and then we're going to trigger the conversation.
Why's Finkel been staying so late?
Well, he's the boss. He's supposed to. Something about being salaried.
I hear he's been getting into the safe after everyone leaves. And then sneaking to the Overlord's fancy to gamble the night away.
You know better than to believe that gossip. The owners would kill him dead if they caught him stealing money from the safe. Besides, Finkel's too much of a coward to ever try something like that.
But he's in his office right now. At this hour? Something just doesn't seem right.
I'm not going to believe anything until I see it with my own eyes.
Okay. Get out of the way here before we get caught. So we took a bottle of wine from the bar, and we took a purse off that nobleman. This woman keeps walking through here and over to the left, I think.
Work. Do that all day.
On the mantelpiece in front of that nobleman, there's also a fire arrow. You might have seen that. That, of course, we don't need. Now, that other woman, not the one that patrols, but the other woman behind the bar counter, she doesn't always turn correctly. Notice that she turned away from the woman that she was talking to there. In my playtesting, it was a little bit up and down if she turned correctly or not, but you can get the loot either way here. I really like the ambient sound, the music here. The artwork looks so great too, with the new textures. It's exactly the same artwork, just higher resolution. Okay. This is the entrance to the library. There's a guard that has a library key that you can take. I'm not going to do that. You can also just use the fact that he goes through the doors into the library. Both of these doors lead here. Block it open, but I'm going to take a different way in. Now, if you take his library key, he actually can't use those doors. Which I think is a little bit silly.
What's that I see over?
I actually didn't know that he came in here. He will just keep walking towards the...
Why's Finkel been staying so late?
Oh, wait, what? I didn't save it. Are you kidding me?
Why's Finkel been staying so late?
So now she turns normally.
Well, he's the boss. He's supposed to. Something about being salaried.
I hear he's been getting into the safe after everyone leaves. And then sneaking to the Overlord's fancy to gamble the night away.
You know better than to believe that gossip. The owners would kill him dead if they caught him stealing money from the safe. Besides, Finkel's too much of a...
I just wanted the conversation to end here because I don't want it to have to repeat every time I reload.
At this hour, something just doesn't seem right.
I'm not going to believe anything until I see it with my own eyes.
There, now it's done at least. Let's wait here for him to pass. This is a long hallway that doesn't have anything in it, really. It just goes down. So we're now going to hit the... So we're now all the way down here. This is one of the suites. I'm going to go there in a little bit. But in here... we have a secret entrance. That is the third secret. Okay. So here you have another copy of the library key. You have a healing oil, and you have a readable. Dronin, that weasel Finkel is working late again tonight. After he leaves, I want you to run by the security room and make sure he remembered to leave the mech security cameras on. Idiot keeps trying to cut costs by shutting them off after hours. Come by and I'll give you the key. I'll be standing watch tonight up on the second floor, just outside of the storage area at the top of the stairs. Captain Casagrande. So that's the readable I talked about earlier. Okay. So we probably have to wait for him to come through, yeah. So I took a vase there, worth 100, total 952. Okay, he crosses there.
What was that noise?
It's that frame rate again. That makes me clunk on marble. I can't like sneak anymore properly. I think also the fact that I'm running a pretty high-res texture mod decreases my frame rate some. There. Okay. So we can use the Master Suite's key. Unlock the door here. Now there is a servant in here. In here there's a ring on the tub. Worth 45. There's another ring in here worth 100. And in here we have to be a little bit careful. That guy can catch us.
Who was that?
So this living room area, I like it. It's nicely designed. I like the look of it. But we have to just sneak because there's a lot of lights. And there's a lot of loot on the table there too that we need. So here we are dark. difficult. Cannot speed up even the slightest. Two goblets and a bottle.
Watch one carefully.
Oh, I got spotted there too. Here we're safe for sure. There's 3 more plates here. Two apples and a cheese as well. So we took 4 plates worth 60 total. 2 goblets worth 15 each, and then a bottle of wine worth only 20. So that's 1207. That's what we should have. Let's see if we can make this move here. I think we're safe here, yeah. There's a statue over on the mantelpiece there that we need. I just think they've captured a nice look and a feel that this really is a suite. You know, it's a hotel room, but it's more than just that. And here's a moss arrow. Okay, I don't think I can go here. So 1222 is right. I don't think I prefer the light gem and the health meter in this mod as opposed to regular thief. I think I prefer the light gem especially. Health meter doesn't really matter too much, but no, we can't do this. We might get caught here. There we are. Okay, coming up on the next section here, there's a guard that walks clockwise. These stairs we're going to take later. There's a water arrow in here. Of course. Okay, this is suite 2. And let's see, in here, you can pass through the bathroom to get to the bedroom. There's a servant back here. On this table, there's a readable. Carla, I regret having to miss our weekend together. My time in the city is always short, my time with you even shorter than I desire. Please enjoy our accommodations at the Grand. I have a tab in both the bar and restaurant. I will contact you in Lesser Roboda the next time I have travel plans that bring me close enough for us to meet. My thoughts are only for you, though it often doesn't show. Please forgive me, your honey bear, Grant. 3 pairs of coins too. Total 1282. This takes us into the dining area, and there is a lady at the very far end. Here are 2 candlesticks that we need. There's also 2 apples and a cheese on the table. Total 1332.
I'm so hungry. I wish
Now
I could
here
have my
comes the
dinner.
first piece of loot that we have to skip. The only piece of loot. Actually. She has a purse worth 50. And there's no way we can get into that room
Where is that maid?
without getting spotted here. We get hit by the lights from that lamp.
I thought I saw something.
Yeah.
Da-da-la-da-da-la-la-da.
You're not any more concealed if you climb
That was
up
probably just a rat.
with vine arrows.
Hey ho, no.
Seems like there's like
What
an air.
up there?
Yeah, right
Oh,
here.
it's so
You get down to the
drafty
bottom
in
of the
here.
stairs. You get spotted. Doesn't matter where you go in. She's always turning that direction. She's never,
Oh my, I'm getting too jumpy.
or she's always facing that direction. She never turns. And over here we.
What was that?
Yeah, we get this far. So there's no other door. She doesn't turn. This is like an easy skip.
Oh,
There's no way you can get in here. I would like to see somebody get in there for Supreme and get that loot, but you can't.
So hard to find good help around here. Maybe I should start
So
looking from the
annoying since it's the only piece now that we have to skip, but it's still a vast improvement this run on the previous one. Like I said, there's 4 pieces of loot in total that I managed to improve on. There used to be 5 I had to skip, but now only 1. So we can't complain. Now, further west here, like I said, we can't go. Because we hit doorway where there's an Iron Beast, and he will obviously spot us as we come in there. So we have to find a different way in. So that forces our hand a little bit. There's a gold vase worth 100. No, it's worth 50.
Hey, what was that?
He just pivots. Okay, didn't think he came into this hallway, but that was the wrong direction. You can't play that, Victrola. Alright, we're done downstairs for now. Gonna head upstairs. Grab this jar. Worth 50 and make a real save in here. So now we're coming up on a couple of areas that are a little bit difficult. We're going to head west here now. A few areas that are a little bit tricky. We're going to get to that piece of loot in the ballroom like I talked about. There's a conversation we're going to listen to right now.
Hey, let me get this straight. These rich people who live in these nice houses with big comfortable, cozy beds, pay a lot of money to stay here so they can sleep in the same bed as that hundreds others of people slept in? That don't make any sense.
Yes, but here they have room service.
But at home they have servants to do anything they asked. Besides, I keep a good piece of cheese and meat under the bed, so I don't have to get up. I guess these rich people are afraid of a little dirt and dust. Not me. I says it adds flavor.
Yes, but here they can get breakfast brought to their room.
Yeah, but like I was just saying, they could keep some cheese under their bed.
Oh, shut up, will ya? You're making me hungry now.
Okay, so we're going to end up sneaking in here, and that can be quite difficult because he turns. Not regularly, but he turns this way. So we basically just have to wait for us to be able to sneak through. See, he does that now.
Must be...
Yeah. So we just have to go in there and wait for him not to turn like that.
God, I get boots. These boots are killing me. Ah.
So he has 3 angles, actually. He has northeast, east, and southeast.
I don't know what they're mad at me about. I'm just doing what I'm told.
But they're not. It's not fully south, east, or west. This is the loot we need. A gold. No, statue. Worth 15. So now we basically have to wait for him to stand towards the south more. I read a discussion on the forums not long ago. How many people use the compass? I use the compass all the time. I don't know why, but most maps, of course, have north up, and it's like an actual map. And I would, if I was lost in the wild, I would use a compass all the time. I just feel that having a reference point is so much better for my sanity. Now we're actually back where we came out and went downstairs not long ago. This storage room here I think is empty. But this room is not empty here. So we have now moved west and we are now above the ballroom, and there are 4 storage areas here. This room is empty, I believe, and this one has a couple of items in it. In here is a well-hidden concealment potion. Obviously very effective. Here's a rug worth 150 total, 1597, and that hits our 1500 loot goal. Now we're coming up on the last piece of loot that I was able to get that I was not able to take my first time, and that is a flute that you can find on the stage of the ballroom. And the only way I've found to take it is from up here, actually, with a vine arrow. So hopefully I'll be able to show you that. Now, I like to come from the east here, from this direction, because you have to shoot the vine arrow from this side. We have to do it in
I'm so hungry.
the southeast corner. This is the side the stage is right underneath us. We have to do it in this corner, not the southwest. So we have to shoot the arrow from... Sorry, we have to come from the west. I said east. We have to shoot the arrow from the east side, from the west side. Man, I get my east and west mixed up here. Which I don't usually do, but... the guard that comes through walks along the northern edge of this room. He does not come on the south side. So we have to shoot this. Let me actually make a real save. Let's call it test. I'm hoping that's good enough. The vine has to hang down so that there's there's distance between the fence and the vine. And the biggest problem is that woman down there. Now, in one of my playthroughs recently, that man was facing south. He was facing away from that woman, which doesn't make any sense. This is probably the correct placement here. But that only happened once. So that's probably just a mistake from the engine. Sometimes the approach you take to enemies, so if you originally come from the north or come from the south when you first approach them, can affect their positioning. It shouldn't, but it can. It's a bug in the Dark Engine. But I have seen that a couple of times. I saw it in one of the Chalice of Souls missions. The last mission, there were actually 2 women that were facing the wrong direction. So we do that now. We hopefully will be able to climb down. When you come down below this, you have to turn around. Otherwise you end up being too close to that woman.
What was I seeing? Where is that maid?
Okay, so I'm
so hungry.
Don't
my dinner.
know if it's simply too close to her.
Where is that maid?
Let's try that.
I am so bored. What shall I do tonight?
Hey ho, nobody home. Meat nor drink nor money have I none.
There we go. So you're talking about an inch difference there. Made it so that she didn't alert. So that is the only corner, and it's the only way you can get to this piece of loot here.
Oh, it's so dry.
You cannot travel along either wall. The fat guy over there will catch you on that side, and I shouldn't say fat, I should say powerful. Heavy set, maybe. But he will catch you along the eastern wall, and that man, the nobleman, will catch you along the western wall. I've tried that. I've tried with vine arrows in the ceiling underneath, behind those pillars. Doesn't work. So here is our...
It's so hard to find good help around here. Maybe
our
I should
flute.
start hiring from the Servants Guild.
So that is worth 75, total 1672. So that was a very, very nice find. When I'm able to get piece of loot like that for Supreme, that's just excellent. That's what's fun about these missions. Even though it's not a Supreme Ghostable mission, that doesn't really matter to me.
Where is that maid?
Little, you know. Now what I did was a creep walk jump. Creep just slows your speed down. It's a very effective button to use. It's just a speed modifier. Oh, see? Now I turned slightly, so I get closer to her and she spotted me.
I wish they would bring my dinner.
So yeah, I'm standing up, creep, walk, jumping.
Did you notice that?
Hello? Who's there?
That turn is all it takes.
Hey ho, nobody's home. Meat nor drink nor money have I none.
So don't turn.
Where is that maid?
See, I want to wait for that guard to come by.
I'm tired of this place. Everybody's always looking at me like I'm funny. I'm not funny.
Oh, it's so drafty in here.
Go all the way up here. Turn around. Climb back down.
Hey ho,
Wait.
nobody's home. Meat, no drink, nor money.
I'm not sure what's going on right now. Okay. I wasn't fully on
Where is that maid?
the railing. There we go. Great. Awesome.
Da-da-la-da-da-la-la-da.
This has been just such a great campaign, and the portion of missions we're in right now with Vil Repute, the Grand Hotel, the Cure coming up, those are just excellent missions. Fantastic missions. So we gotta wait for the guard to come by here.
Is anyone there?
Oh, it's so drafty in here.
These boots are killing me. Ah.
Look down, I don't skip.
Achoo.
So, I don't know why everybody hates rats. I like rats. Crunchy. Tastes like
Yeah, we're gonna follow this guy now. So we're now going back to an area that we did pass through earlier, but now we're gonna hit a bunch of these rooms here.
What was that?
Now you see these archways here, and the guards can see through those. Okay. This room is room 1. That we're gonna have to pick the lock on. There are no assigned keys to rooms 1 through 5. I don't know if that was an alert or what it was.
You know, I heard something.
Oh, I didn't know he heard that.
They're getting tired of this.
Yeah, there is a servant that walks between some of the rooms here. Here's another heavyset guy. The goatee? Indeed. Pile of coins next to him. Worth 75, total 1747, and a readable. Mr. Fry, feel free to drop by my office tomorrow if you would like to discuss competing in our Dessert Storm event next week, as per our conversation. I'm sure your pineapple and black bean mutton loaf will be a big hit. Mr. Armani, Assistant Manager. So there was a Mr. Fry mentioned in the guest list, wasn't there, downstairs?
Hey. What was that noise?
He's coming back here, isn't he? So this is room 2. We're gonna pick the lock on this door as well. There's a servant roaming around here. Yeah. In Necroage, the servant skin is red, or the, not the skin of the, no, the texture skin. But it was blue in the original, I believe.
Yeah.
Not sure if I can make this, but okay. In here, the servant comes in here for a brief moment. We're gonna have to hide a little bit. There's a book right here that I want to read. Day 3. One of the mechanic slave fellas walked in to clean the room or something while I had my arm up inside the wall. Damn thing caught me right when I found the wires. Guess it was a girl. She just kept mumbling and yelling for help and whatnot. Didn't give me much choice. Day 4. I tried taking the body out, but that nosy fat fella across the hall keeps peeking out at me. Guess I got to keep this mechist in here for a while. I want that gold thing on her head, but it's bolted to the poor girl's skull. Gonna have to get a saw, so I guess this fat fella is then Fry, Mr. Fry. Day 6. Finally traced the wires to the floor and found the sweet spot. I guess this room's right over the safe, just like Neeson said. Now I just gotta pry open the boards and get my hands on that loot. Day 11. The room's starting to stink, even though that thing's wrapped up in the closet box. I guess the mechs really are full of hot air, because that's what came out after I finally cracked that gold mask off her. I think I'm coming down with something, though, because my fingers hurt and I keep coughing. Day 13. Been a few weeks since I heard from the fellow back home, but today Neeson finally sent me a message. Didn't sound right at all. I think something fishing's going on. Took me an hour to read, because my eyes are getting all red and blurry, but he told me to stop what I was doing and get back to Sunnyport with the rest of the ruffians. Nobody else in with me. Not right at all. Day 17? I can't hardly think or write, because I hurt so damn much. Worse, it's starting to smell so bad in here I had to go out for a walk. Them rich people were saying the staff's tossing rooms to try to find the missing servant. That fat fella is telling everyone he saw her go in my room last. If I felt better, I'd go set him straight for good. I don't know what day it is anymore. Left arm all bloody all the way up, and my skin keeps coming off like dust. Can't get to the safe like I'm supposed to. Finger broke clean off when I tried to lift that plate. Guards pounding on the door, says I'm going to be sorry when they get in. Still smells. Getting tired of writing. Thinking my good writing hand is getting whatever the other one got. So tired. So it seems like the rust gas has been emitted, and he's got infected with the poisonous gas there. So here is the X. So I assume that is the spot he's talking about, the sweet spot. That should be just above the safe. And that is the hotel safe room that we will visit a little bit later. See, I was just waiting for that servant to come in here. There, we have to pick open this chest. Get the mask. 1787. And there is a crumpled up piece of paper here. Mr. McCrellis, we have received several complaints from adjacent rooms about the noise late at night. Please be advised that any broken furniture or damage to the room will be reflected in your bill at checkout. Furthermore, we remind you that there are designated lounges within the hotel, and the public lavatory is not one of them. Security has been notified of your lurking there, and will take appropriate action if necessary. Please enjoy the remainder of your visit with us, Hotel Management. And here is his arm that fell off. Next room can be difficult, so I'm going to give it a real save here. There's a patrolling woman inside. This is room 4 coming up. We have to pick the lock, but she can hear us because she walks pretty close to the door. I think she's coming close right here.
Was that a noise?
Yeah. Leave the door closed, sort of. She makes it round here and then she stops over in that corner. All we need in here are these earrings. Worth 100, total 1887. Then we are done on this floor for now.
Hey ho, nobody's home. Meat nor drink nor money have I none.
Head in here before he came back there. Good. Okay, so we are now right outside this room. This is a vacant room, by the way. Room 5 is empty. Completely empty. I don't think there's anything in here at all. Oh, he saw me through the door frame. So we have to head downstairs now. So we have to go down. We've now cleaned all these rooms. We're going to head down and clean the northwestern area, which is the only west and northwest, which is the only part of the first floor that we haven't done yet. Oh, no, he will probably see there. He doesn't give first alerts when they stop. Patrollers, when they are stationed for a little brief time, they don't give alerts. Head under here. Here we're safe. Okay, so under the stairs here, there's a vine arrow, and you only start with one, so a second one might be useful. We're not going to need two, so here are 2 spider eggs as well. So we're going to head out north right now. Statues here. And this is the far western entrance, the last one that you can also pick open, but that responds to the entrance key. It leads out to a courtyard here, just southwest of the gardens, but there's absolutely nothing out there to pick up. It's just the patrolling Iron Beast. These robots can't see us, remember. Okay. In here there's a gold vase. Worth 50, total 1967. In here, there's nothing. That's just an empty foyer, and that opens up to the double doors to where the stationary guard with the entrance key was positioned. So that we saw this door from the east here very early on. Now this room can be a little bit difficult. We need to get that jar there. We're gonna wait for those two robots to leave. There is a merchant in here as well. And he turned, so he... He should at least turn.
Who was that?
Yeah, so he saw me when he turned, okay. I just have to wait to make sure that he turns.
I'm sure I just...
We have to get in underneath that watcher.
I'm sure I just saw something.
Okay, well we just have to wait a little bit and hope that he is faced the other way then, because he faces north and south.
What was that?
Yeah. So he does see us as well when he is facing that way. I just have to go slow then, I guess.
Huh?
I did not have that much trouble with him. He was usually stationed north last time I saw him. Now he's facing that way.
What was that?
And now he wants to turn back south. Man, this is just annoying more than anything. I thought I could go fast here. Last time I went faster without him seeing me.
What was that? I'm sure I...
Goodness gracious.
Huh? What was...
Okay, let's do this. There. Now he can't see us because he's behind the pillar. We can go faster here and grab the jar. Gotta wait for the next cycle. There's also a fire arrow right in front of the fireplace there. And you cannot enter this room from the east, from that door. That is... this is the living room right west of the lobby. So we were in this hallway, but... or no, we haven't been in this hallway. But you can't go through the door from that hallway. We will go there soon. There we go. 50. Okay.
I am the holy vessel that pleases the builder. Please carry.
All right, now we need to go east. Come out here. This is one of the entrances to the basement that you do not want to take. There's two entrances. This is the one we're going to end up taking here. In here, there's nobody comes in here. There's a bottle of wine. Total 2,067. So now we're going to go south and hit the hotel safe room and Finkel's office. And since we have the blackmail note from upstairs, the interaction with Finkel will be a conversation rather than an alert. So outside this hotel safe key there, or safe room, there is a watcher that we have to be careful of. Hotel safe room, please see receptionist for access. So okay, is that true? Because this opens with a security room key. Right? Yes. And that key we got from Casa Grande, from the captain upstairs. So I don't think you need to see the receptionist for that. Let's time this watcher. Okay, we have to wait for that guard. And that's annoying because there's metal in there. And that guard will hear us because we have to go in there quickly. I was hoping that guard wouldn't be here. So for Ghost, of course, you can just moss that area, but you can't for Supreme, so... Okay. Good. And this is a stack of silver coins. Rug here. 3 stacks of copper coins and 2 bags of spice. Total 2232. That is correct. There are a couple of other pieces of loot in here too. Gonna have to make sure that we don't get spotted by that, which is actually quite difficult. Earrings and a necklace. Up here is a gas arrow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. So you can turn off the watcher from inside here. The necklace was worth 55 and the earrings 75, total 2362. Now up here is the only secret that we are not going to do for Supreme. It is the panel that Mr. McCrellis talked about in his readable. Electrical service duct 16. So there's nothing you can do here besides taking a mine, I believe it is, from this footlocker. Yeah. go. We can lock the door back up here, and then we can leave. So here, oh no, 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 no.
Hey.
Yeah, that, okay. See, we're probably gonna have to wait for that guard to come by here, I'm guessing. Yeah, that'll be the easiest thing to do. This next room is the final room we need to be in on this floor. And the rest of the upper floor in the basement is pretty easy.
These boots are killing me. Ah.
There. So we need the office key, which disappears once you use it, and we can sneak in there without getting an alert from this Iron Beast here. So we cannot relock this door then, and we cannot obviously replace the office key. Since we have the blackmail note now, we're going to get a different experience meeting Finkel than if we had come in here. If we didn't have the blackmail note, then we would go in here and he would alert us. He would say something like, stay back or I'll sound the alarm. And then if you get closer, he will sound the alarm. But now it's more of a conversation, a scripted conversation.
Come here. Let me see that.
Hey, Finkel! Sheriff Truart sent you a servant named Kadar. Where is he?
I don't know. I didn't know they had names.
Did you know that they're people? They have families. They have feelings.
I don't know if I can help you. There are so many, and they only have numbers.
It just so happens that I've got some numbers too. And they show how much of the owner's money you've blown at the Overlord's fancy. I'm sure they would be very interested to see those numbers.
I'm keeping track of the debt so I can pay it back. I never intended to steal it.
I'm sure they'll believe you.
Okay. I've got a register here. Truart donated a servant last week, but it says that he kept disturbing the guest, moaning something that sounded like sire or sayer or some nonsense. Our housekeeping department has put him in the basement to work on the boilers. Now please give me my receipt back.
Not so fast. How do I get into the basement?
Here's the key. Oh, my heart.
So that does not happen if you come in here and don't have the blackmail note. So he gave us the basement key, which we will need to get into the basement to get to Kadar. We also now found out where Kadar is being kept. So this is the diary of Finkel's. How could I do it again? After what happened last time? Another 12 grand down the drain yesterday at the fancy. I played Gelardo and Lendon. I was so close to the big one. Next time, luck must be on my side. If there is a next time, that is. I'm sure they have rigged the roulette tables. How else could I have been so desperately unlucky over and over again? My heart can't take much more of this. Every time I see Casa Grande, it feels like it's going to pound itself to death. My debt is now up to 53,000. How could I have been so careless? No, I must go back next week and hope my luck will turn to the better. How else can I pay my debts? I've already taken far too much from the hotel coffers. If I go on, the owners are bound to find out. I've had to shut down the cameras to get at the safe a few times, and Casa Grande is getting suspicious. The last thing I need is the attention of the City Watch, especially that damn Truart. I don't like the way he looks at me sometimes, and that servant. Why did he give it to me? Was it meant to spy on me? It keeps saying Sayer, Sayer. What the hell does that mean? Well, it certainly won't spy on me. I'm putting it in the kitchen until it rots. None of us civilized folk ever go down there. I need to get out of this business. I should have listened to my father and become a foot doctor. I've got to take some extra dried frog pills for my pounding heart. I guess that didn't help you now, did it? Now, this vault is pickable, but only has a mine, so we don't need that. Over here there are 3 stacks of copper coins and a statue, total 2392. Now we have to leave. Actually, we can go around the other way here. Just wait for that guard to go through as well. Now we just need to go back upstairs. So we need to head upstairs, and then we're going to clean the northeastern area. Which hopefully won't be too difficult.
Don't move.
Oh, I should have gone. Wait for him to go back, and then we can go upstairs. We should also be wary of the servant. This is a difficult room.
See that?
So there's an older woman in there. Can see us. So this is a little bit of a peculiar situation because you heard the first time that he alerted to the lockpicks. So he is close enough to hear the lockpicks, but he's actually not close enough to hear the door closing. And that older lady, she turns, but only slightly so, but enough to see the door if she's turning towards the south. So we have to take the stack of gold coins there, worth 70, total 2462, and then we have to head back out, and we have to time that. Time that patroller. So she should be positioned like that when we leave. So we're now gonna head this direction. We're actually gonna go up to the roof now because you can't pass the accounting office here, remember that? So we have to go up to the roof and then come back down again here. And then this area is almost completely empty.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. La 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 la.
There.
Do you see what I...
Just a matter of us being able to do this before she turns back.
Do you see...
Okay, let's wait in here for him to leave. So that man in there did not alert to the door closing, which is pretty normal. When somebody alerts to lockpicks, they will also hear the door opening and closing, but he doesn't. I'm gonna wait right here for the patroller up here to come back. I don't know if, can't remember if we saw him earlier. But he patrols between these two areas. Yeah, here he is. There are also two tiaras, one of each of these statues that we'll see, that we need to take. Total 2582 rather. Okay. There's a moss arrow in this planner, by the way. So now we are in the upper rooms, and the suite 3 is right here. So we're going to go into this suite right now, or this room. Room 8. nothing to pick up in this room, but there's a secret we want. That accesses room 9. So room 8 and 9 are actually connected. And we want to make sure that she's facing a different direction than this right now.
I am so bored. What shall I do tonight?
You can see the other. Okay, took that. Worth 50, I think. Total 2602. No, it was worth 20. It wasn't worth 50. Some of the values of some of the loot items are a little bit abnormal. I mean, that makes sense, but... So we are now out, or waiting to leave room 9. Just listening for the guard. Room 10. Here we have to pick the lock on a chest with a medallion, total 2652. This room, there's a water arrow in here, I believe. Yeah. Now we're coming up on suite 3. So you remember we could have entered through the balcony. 2 sleeping guests here only. 2 gold candlesticks, total 2702. And here, bottle of wine worth 25, total 2727. And then here there is a jar or a green vase worth 40. On the balcony, now we are right where we took the entrance key from the guard downstairs by the pool. Here's a gas arrow. You can mantle up here. And up here is a healing oil on the table. And here you can actually get to the other parts of the roof. This is fairly out of the way. Fairly out of the way, so I'm not going to bother doing that. Let's see, we now have to head down here, and from room 11, which is the last room, there is some loot, and also in the hallway outside. this room is actually unlocked. There's a purse still. 2867. Here are glasses worth 25 total, 2892. Now we're gonna head into the southeast.
Hey, yo.
Living room. There's 2 statues in there. Actually, I know I'm in bright light here. I'm gonna make a skill save still.
So, I don't know why everybody hates rats so much, I like rats. Maybe a little crunchy, but tastes fine to me. Hey, yo.
This is just a matter of him being stationed towards the south, like that, long enough for us to get in there.
Must be seeing. Don't know what they're mad at me about. I'm just doing what I'm told. This is boring. So boring.
So he's another one of those that have 3 facing angles. And now he faces only the 2 that we can't have him face. See, I think I know we got him right now. I believe so, yes. Don't think anybody else comes into this room either. So these are the 2 statues that we need to take.
Hey, yo.
See, when he turns back now to the southwest, then we can probably go to make a run for it. Not run for it, but... Well, that isn't the direction I want him to be at.
These boots are killing me.
I knew he would turn back here, so... Didn't think anybody else came in here, but I guess he has a long patrol here.
Huh. Looks like something moved.
What on earth? Why did he move?
Oh, God, I gotta get some new boots. These boots are killing me.
Looks like... I don't know what everybody's complaining about. I like rat.
It's quite annoying because he's making moves here he's not supposed to be making. That's the direction I want him to face, so... There we go. Okay. In this storeroom here, this is the southeastern storeroom by the ballroom. There's a piece of loot here. Statue. This one is empty, I believe. 2937. That's max loot for Supreme anyway, before we head into the basement. In this room, all there is are 2 locust hives. You can see cobwebs in the ceiling right below that, behind that couch. We're going to head downstairs now and head to the basement, where Kadar is. There we go. We're almost done here. Okay, this is the kitchen where Kadar is. We're going to head this way first. So, we come out here right now. There's a couple pieces of loot here. But up by the machine room, all there is are robots and turrets and stuff like that. There's absolutely nothing you need from this area here. So I wouldn't even bother going there. There are 2 fire arrows, I believe, in a room right here, in a boiler room. And there's a flooded area in this section where there's a water arrow next to a machine. But I'm not going to bother going in there. But it's a large area that's completely useless. If you come down from the other staircase, then you come down here and have to go through much of that area, which is annoying. That's why the southeastern entrance into the basement is by far the best one. Okay. This card has a purse worth 30. Total 2967. In here, I think we have a pickable footlocker. This is his bedroom, by the way, the one guard that's down here. Stack of silver coins worth, is it 12? 2979. And there is a readable too, his diary. The new servant was sent down this morning. Finkel's so adamant about having those servants do all the work here. Guess he couldn't stand to have one follow him home, even if it was a gift from Truert. It seems just like all the others to me. It looks like the others, moves like the others, acts like the others. Most likely it's just as incapable of logical thought as the others. I'll see if it understands anything tomorrow. I was wrong. The new one is unlike the others of its kind. It babbles endlessly like the others, of course, but here and there something else is audible. I'm not sure, but I think it's saying sire. Did it belong to a nobleman? It sounds terribly sad. Don't know why. No, it's just like the others. The new one didn't understand when I tried teaching it the basics of chess. Damn, I get so lonely down here. So we're going to listen for him and then follow him again and take a couple more items down here.
Tastes fine to me. Must be seen.
This room is empty.
So boring.
I believe. Here's There's a mask. Total 30, 29. There's an Iron Beast too that comes in here that we want to avoid.
I don't know what everybody's complaining
So we got a...
about. I like Brad. Huh. Looks like something.
I'm being sloppy here. Let's move a little bit better. And here's an EMP grenade on the table. So let's wait for his cycle one more time here. We basically need the loot from that chest over there, but we have to pick it, and we can't get heard or seen by that Iron Beast and this guard here, so I think maybe the cycle will be good. There. Bag of goods. Worth 40, total 3,069. Walk through here again. Okay. So now we can head back to the kitchen. So like I said, there's 1 water arrow and 2 fire arrows to pick up from the other side of this floor. Attention scullery workers. All workers must stay away from the wine cellar until pest control can be scheduled. Kevel was bitten yesterday and went home swollen up and red as a tomato. We have important functions this week. Can't afford to lose any more help. Chef Shibol. So here we have Kadar. That is the only servant down here. In here, though, is a gold vase worth 25, total 3,094. There's 2 loaves, 3 cheeses, 2 carrots, and a deer leg. In the kitchen here. This is the pantry, and in here, I think there's only 1 piece of loot. Bottle of wine. Total 3144, and there's only 1 more piece of loot left in the mission. So we have to knock Kadar out. So bring him along. He doesn't alert us, of course. And now we have to head east towards the wine cellar. That's the way for us to escape. There is a spider down here. That just turned around there. I think we have to hide in here, actually. can hide in here. There's a secret entrance here, and there's the last piece of loot, is that bottle right there. And then we are done. This is such a great mission. The only drawback I would say is that a lot of the rooms upstairs are very similar, the hallways are very similar, but that is what you would expect from a hotel, though. So that was the last piece of loot, 31.94. That's 50 less than the max, and we skipped a purse worth 50. So this is another empty part of the basement. Where am I? So we leave this way. We have to pick the lock on this. Does not open to the entrance door, for example. Let's just check real quick. Well, we don't have anything. We can't drop anything back here, can we? No, nothing can be dropped. So we're good to go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So that was a successful ghost run. We busted Supreme 3 places. We took a first alert when we entered the living room south of the lobby. We got caught by the Iron Beast there. It doesn't matter what way you go into that room, you will get caught. We took another first alert from the lobby clerk when we picked the lock on the box with the office key behind the counter. And we also took a first alert from the guard outside the accountant office when we picked the lock on that door. It's either that, or if you take his key, you get an alert when you close the door. So either way, I did the lock picks because I didn't want to get an unnecessary pickup from his key. So total time, 1 hour, 40 minutes, 55 seconds. Found 31.94 out of 32.44 loot. So we skipped one purse from room, was it room 4? I believe it was room 4. No, it was from suite 2. The executive suite downstairs. There's a woman there that you can't fool. Pockets picked 4 out of 16. Locks picked 14. Quite a few locks, but those were all necessary to take loot. Backstab 0, knockouts 1. That's from Kadar. That's allowed. Damage dealt 1 is then also allowed. Damage taken 0. Healing taken 0. Nothing and nobody killed. No Iron Beast destroyed or disabled. We found 5 out of 6 secrets. We did not do the secret in the hotel safe room because you can't replace the panel in the ceiling there. You have to put it down somewhere. We've spent 9 hours, 17 minutes, 18 seconds on this campaign, taken 17,909 loot, and total damage dealt 1. That's the only damage that we need to deal, I believe. I can't remember from the last mission, maybe. So this is a great mission. Just fantastic. Very open, non-linear, sort of a sandbox approach where we have tons of entrances, 9 ways into the manor, tons of ways around the different floors, and there are different things you need on both floors, and loot in pretty much every room. So you have to visit the whole map, which is great. Some very difficult pieces of loot. I'm happy that I was able to improve on my run drastically. I think I got like 160 loot more this run compared to last time. Awesome. We also used 1 water arrow, right? But that's allowed to knock the 1 piece of loot in the lobby around, which is fun. I like when I can use water arrows for Supreme. That's so rare, but it's so fun. So yeah, next time we are going back to Thief 2, casing the joint. Not a very good mission, but hopefully it'll be pretty quick to prepare for. So yeah, I'll see you guys around. Stay safe and have a good night. Bye-bye.